Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to do a video on something that I've definitely experienced in my personal life. And the video is going to be about how to not allow someone to pimp your pretty privilege. Now, in my personal opinion, it's one thing if, everyone has their own assets. And if someone wants to be an ally to you and they want to be, a part of your personal inner life and they have their own assets, like let's say you have a friend and her asset is intelligence and she's really smart, or maybe she has the gift of gab. She can, talk people into things, or maybe she's highly acquitted, so maybe she runs in certain circles and she has access to certain things. And if you're a pretty girl, that would be a fair trade-off. But some people, they don't want to be in allegiance with you. They want to pimp you. They want to come into your life, come into your inner circle, figure out what you have going on, and find a way to directly benefit from you, almost like a parasite. So today's video is going to be on how to avoid these type of things and how to spot them before it gets too bad. Because these type of people, nothing is ever enough for them, and they don't want to see you doing good unless they can benefit from it. So sit back and enjoy, because this is definitely going to be a fun one. So, what does this look like? In my personal experience, again, some people will be just really blunt and flat out and say, "You're pretty. I want to be friends with you because you're pretty." So those are the people where at least they're being honest about their intentions. But there are people that are definitely more covert about this, and these type of people will do like the opposite. They won't even acknowledge your pretty privilege. They'll just try to act like you guys are like on the same level. And honestly, if you are someone who is a little bit more humble and you want to make genuine connections with people and their looks really don't matter unless it's like your hygiene or something, like the way a person looks really doesn't mean anything to you. Like you like different looks in people, especially if you think that person is attractive but they don't meet their own internal beauty standard. You're not even thinking, this person is withholding compliments from me. You're just thinking, oh, finally someone that likes me for me, someone that's not going to objectify me. Great, right? And whole time this person is like plying, and every time you guys go out they'll say little things like, oh, and honestly I be so like heartfelt. Like when I see homeless people, I always give them money. I try to help people and stuff like that. People have literally told me that I'm set up easy because if I see someone in trouble, I want to help. And that's how they do human trafficking and stuff. If pretty girls, you got to look out for that too. If you're a pretty girl and you're an empath, people will try to human traffic you for like really pimp you. But yeah, so I've been trying to be like a good person. So let's say like I remember one time I went out. It wasn't even like a club. It was like an event for like people to like speak and stuff. And I wasn't even really doing too much. I had on like this sheer black top, and a lot of people do say I look like Nicki Minaj, so that was like the look I was giving, like with a middle part and like my eyeliner. And I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna do like a red lipstick. And because I had like spent time finding the perfect red for me, so once I found it, I just wanted to like wear it all the time. I'm not always in the mood for red lipstick. Sometimes I think it looks like too much, but sometimes, especially if it's like matte, it'll just look like really natural. If you guys want like makeup tips, let me know because I love doing that too. But yeah, I was wearing this red lipstick, and when we first got there, she was like, "Oh, that's cute. Like I should have wore red lipstick." And I'm like, "Oh no, you look great." So my first instinct is like, "Oh, this person feels insecure about how they look." And everybody's had that moment where they wear an outfit that's not really comfortable, and your girlfriend's like, "Oh, I got some slippers in the car if you want to change your shoes." And I was just trying to be like helpful, you know what I mean? But as the night progressed, it turned into more like, "Oh, but why did you wear that though?" And da 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 da. "Oh, well, if you would have wore this with that, it would have looked better." And it got to the point where it was like, oh, okay, like now at this point you're just nitpicking. But yeah, I've definitely experienced this in my own life where some people, they will, and the whole time this person is not even dressed up. So I just found that hilarious. But yeah, some people will definitely like nitpick you and see how comfortable you are. There's actually a scene in Mean Girls where the Lindsay Lohan character sits down with Regina George and she's like, "Oh, you're so pretty." And she says things. She says, "Oh, so you agree? You think you're really pretty?" And that was basically her way of saying, how arrogant are you? How hard do I have to humble you? Where do you think you are on the scale? I know you're attractive, but do you? you know? And essentially, I wouldn't say she was like pimping, but at the same time, she knew that, I think her name was like Katie in the movie, the Lindsay Lohan character. She knew that this girl had pretty privilege, and because she was new to the school, she could use that pretty privilege in any way she wanted. So she swooped in and found a way to make it work for her. So people definitely do this, men and women, and you gotta definitely be on the lookout for it. And if you do know that someone is in your life because you're pretty, and if you didn't look a certain way, they wouldn't be there. You want to hold them at a certain, you don't want to trust them more than you can throw them, so to speak. That doesn't mean, some people really are, especially men, they can be very, what's the word, materialistic and like really into looks and superficial and stuff like that. So if you are a woman that's doing good in life and you're really pretty and you want a genuine relationship, you kind of won't always know if this person really likes you for you. And one thing I even noticed, like with EU, she basically talks about like social climbing and stuff. And although I do have my own personal opinion of social climbing, it's not based on friendship, though. It's based more on colleagues and acquaintances and like-minded thinkers who have the same mission in life as me, or maybe artists who enjoy the same art as me. Something where the basis of this friendship isn't me liking you and you liking me, because sometimes I feel like that never works out. And a lot of people's friendships are very conditional, let's put it that way. So I would love something that's like genuine, where it's not that personal, it's not that deep. We both have a common interest and we bond on that. That's more efficient for me. I've noticed, especially like getting too close to women, sometimes they get like a little stalkerish. It gets a little weird. But yeah, so there's definitely ways to do this if you are like a social climber, or you are an extrovert, or maybe you're new to your pretty privilege. You just became beautiful, like, how that goes. And a lot of people are inviting you places and you want to be your friend and you don't know like who's genuine or not. These are definitely things that you can look out for. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a beautiful day.